I'm on time today. I'm on time today. Okay, let me get myself set up before I go into everything. I can't even see the chat. I can't see anything right now. So let me get myself together. Hassan, you got here early. I love it. I love coming into my YouTube live with y'all already in here. Like good energy. So we already did mic check. Y'all can hear me. So let me go ahead and write my goal for today. So today, put it in the chat. Hey, Artivore. Okay, let me pin that so people can see when they come in what the goal is for today. Okay, so we're going to pin that. My goal for today is to walk 5 miles. So I got to start with my greeting. Hey, beautiful people. It's Friday. The weather isn't, not too hot. Don't like it's, like it's overcast. Yeah, that's it. They're doing yard work outside, which sounds loud to me. You think I look fancy today? I'll take it. Hey, I will take it. So this is day 20 of 23 for me. As you all know, my goal for April is to walk every day, Monday through Friday, for at least 1 hour. Today, I'm going to do 5 miles. So I got 3 days left for this after today. After today, I got 3 more days of making sure I get this done. And then I'll tell you my goals for May. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm just changing my goals up for May. Oh, Pow Pow, you here on time today? You get a clap for that, Pow Pow. You're here. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna go ahead and get my walking pad at least started. Get my watch going so we get these steps counted. Today with me walking 5 miles, I should hit 10,000 steps. So 10,000 steps is the goal for today. We're gonna start with the warm up of 2.5. I should only walk 2.5 for 5 minutes. So y'all make sure y'all say, hey, LJ, at the 5 minute mark, increase the speed. You moving too slow. So today I got a lot of topics I want to hit while y'all keep me company on my walk. We got to talk about the NFL draft. I want to talk about ordering from different food companies, strength training for beginners, fitness over 30, 40, and 50. Y'all, I'm about to be 40. Not really. I mean, I'm 3 years, 2.5 years away from it. But so I want to talk about how things just change up the older you get. So we got a lot of different topics, y'all. I'm improving. You pop out. You are improving. So I'm feeling pretty good today. My energy is high. Uh, it's the end of the week, y'all. So I think Friday automatically gets you a little pumped up. So I'm happy about that. But okay, so let me ask, how many of y'all? Let me jump into my random thought for today because it doesn't have anything to do with fitness, but the NFL draft. Did any of you all watch it? My team is the Jacksonville Jaguars. So, I mean, I'm pretty happy with getting Travis Hunter. Honestly, feel like we needed a quarterback because Lawrence is not the man, but we gave him so much money already that I'm just happy we got the second pick. Hassan, you hit the nail on the head. I am just happy I get to rest. I don't have track practice tomorrow. I'm not working out tomorrow. Tomorrow is truly a day of rest. So, Hassan, you're right. I'm happy that I don't have to work out or do anything tomorrow. So, but yeah, I just wanted to touch on the NFL draft because that's what came on yesterday. The first round was pretty good. But yeah, I just want to see what are your thoughts? If you have a team that you rooting for this season? Were you happy with your pick or not? So for me, I'm happy as a Jacksonville Jaguar. Papa, I'm doing pretty good. How are you doing today? Well, I guess your day is mostly done now. It's evening time for you, but how was your day? So for all my Jacksonville Jaguar fans, I hope you're excited. I look forward to going to a game or two at home to see what the Jaguars looking like. Hopefully our quarterback look like something. Oh, you're right, Hassan. We do have to talk about my juice. Thank you. That's a good random thought. So we do need to talk about my juice for Sunday. So way to go. So Sunday, you all, I am doing purple. That was the color that I chose. Last week was supposed to be red, came out more of a pink. The week before that was like orange, yellow, gold. Let me see where I'm at, y'all. I feel like I'm going past. Okay, no. I thought I went past my 5-minute mark. I'm at 3.5. So this week, Sunday, I'm juicing the color purple. So I'm looking for purple fruits and veggies. So do y'all have any ideas of what you want to see? I'm gonna surprise you like I always do because it depends on what I get when I go shopping. But today, okay. Are y'all doing anything for that, Papa? Like, do y'all celebrate in a certain way for that? But for purple, you guys, what are some good fruits and veggies that you think I should juice with? That will still give it a good taste, has good benefits, and most of all, the color purple. We don't want it to be too dark. So I know there's plums, red cabbage, even though it says red, it's purple. I could look to see if they had some more of those rainbow carrots to see if they had purple. That could be a thing. I'm gonna have to when I go to the farmers market, I'm just going to see what fruits and veggies they have there and see if I get lucky with a good variety. I normally try to pick about, I'll say 6 to 7 ingredients, and that includes my ginger root and my lemon. That's just a must-have in all my juices. So normally I try to get 5 actual fruits and veggies outside of those 2. So y'all gotta make sure y'all join me on Sunday to see this amazing purple juice. Hey Charity, good morning. Happy Friday. The core group, I think almost the core group is pretty much here. Yep, I'm thinking I'm going to use cabbage probably for sure. So yeah, I'm gonna this really what I do is I can say all day what I really want to use, but it's not gonna be till I get to the farmers market and see what options they really have for me that I'm able to really decide. Okay. Okay, I just moved up to 3.3. I'm a little over 5 minutes with walking. So we're at 3.3. I'm trying to move today, get going. Arbor, blueberries and blackberries. Oh, okay. I didn't even think I forgot about blueberries that fast. Ooh, I've never tried, but is eggplant purple on the inside or is it just the outside that looks like that? I've never tried eggplant, but I feel like it's just the outside that might be purple. Is am I wrong? Thank you, Charity. But I am doing good. I'm feeling good. My energy's high. So the goal today is 5 miles. And I'm going to see if I can do it. Let's see. I don't know. I guess I'll say because I am walking, I'm not really jogging. And on average, it does take about 20 minutes per mile. But I want to try to beat that 80-minute mark total, regardless. We'll see. Hey, man on the moon. That's not what you got to think about the inside of it, not what the outside looks like. It's the inside going to be purple. Otherwise, it's going to lighten it up too much, which is what happened with the dragon fruit. So even though the dragon fruit, the outer part had that purple reddish outer core, the inside was white. Oh, y'all need peppers. I don't think I want to add peppers to my juice. Red Russian kale turn purple color when juice. Oh, so now I gotta see if I can find some purple kale. Okay. Okay, so yeah, we're talking about the juice that I'm going to be doing on Sunday, probably at 11 o'clock. I try to get it done earlier in the day. That way I can just be done, right? And enjoy the rest of my Sunday. So I'm probably going to juice at 11 on Sunday. The color is purple. If you have any ideas, throw them in the chat. What else I was about to say? Do you want to create a white juice? No, I don't want to create a white juice. What I don't want to happen is I'm using a lot of fruits and veggies that are purple on the outside, but when you open them up, they're more of like a off-white, white color, kind of like the dragon fruit. I was talking about how like the dragon fruit I got last week, even the outer color was red, their inner color was white. So we gotta make sure we're coming up with fruits and veggies that even once you cut it open, it's gonna be purple. Okay. You got some good ones, Hassan. So my first fitness topic of the day, y'all can keep giving me ideas for the juice. But my first fitness topic of the day that I want to hit on was ordering from food companies, like the ones that do meal prep. I know a lot of people like to get food from like Blue Apron, HelloFresh. Those are companies I'm referencing. Those that do the meal prep. But I know like I haven't really worked. I think I tried HelloFresh one time, but so I'm not sure if this is what they offer all around or if it's multiple things. But I know when I worked with HelloFresh, they just send you the ingredients and you make the meal yourself, right? Cool. So those aren't as big of an issue. It's more so the meals that already come prepared by some of these services that almost look like you can just put it in the oven type meal. A lot of times those have a lot of sodium in it, people. Sodium. So even though it's coming from these companies that may talk, they give you different categories you can pick from, right? And if you try to go for like a low fat one, just be mindful that even though it may have low fat, that it may have like sugar in it or high salt. Okay. So I know a lot of people like ordering from the food companies. I do understand that the pros of ordering from a food company is better than nothing. I will say it's better than trying to figure it out on your own. And they already give you the ingredients. It's faster on time. So if you're busy, I get that going for the food company is normally the better way to go. But for me, I will say you just gotta be mindful of the salt. And that's anywhere you go, right? If you're not making the food yourself, you almost gotta be mindful of how much sodium is going in there. I was working with a client who was using those services, and I'm not gonna name a particular one, but was using a meal service, and when she would plug it into the app, it showed that yes, it was good on calories, yes, it was good on low fat, but that sodium was through the roof. So be mindful of that. So I'm not gonna say don't order, but just make sure you're watching, looking at the full ingredients of what's coming with it. I love acai berries, Hassan. Every time I go to Tropical Smoothie, I always get the acai bowl or I get the acai smoothie. Oh, hey. Are you walking today? So that's my spiel on ordering from food companies. Just be mindful. that even though you're picking from a category that may meet your current needs and want to lose weight or gain weight, just be mindful of the other things that might get added in there that make it so delicious. Because those meals are pretty good, but there has to be a reason why. A lot of times it's the salt. MLS, what's going on? So once I get to 20 minutes, y'all, I'm gonna wrap this thing up to 3.8 miles per hour, which is the fastest that I can go. But like I said, I'm working today. I'm trying to get this 5 miles in as fast as I can. Okay, you're coming up with a lot of more purple ones. So my next topic for you all is strength training for beginners. So I know I don't know, have y'all heard of Lemon8, the app that's kind of associated with TikTok? I don't know y'all, but I've been trying to use it. And on that app, I get a lot of questions, more so towards the beginners. I think the biggest thing for beginners is start off with body weight or light. So you still want to do the movements like squats, lunges. You still want to do your functional movements of strength training. Like you still want to do those movements, but you can do it with body weight first and then lightweight. On average, you want to do 2 to 3 sets. I know in my comments, I'm always getting asked, what's the weight I should be using and how many reps? So if you are a beginner when it comes to strength training, 2 to 3 sets, I would try to shoot for that 3 and then 8 to 10 reps. But if you're feeling pretty good, 8 to 12. Okay. Oh, Papa, you eat very late. But I mean, I do too sometimes, so I get it. How long has it been, LJ? I'm not walking today. I'm at the airport. Okay, got you. Okay. So I've been walking for 15 minutes now. Let's see, distance. Distance, I'm at 0.75. So yeah, that's where I'm at right now. Also, for my if you're strength training for beginners, make sure you're focused on your form and not the weight. I think a lot of times when you first get into the gym, you're anxious to see where you're at, like how heavy you can lift, just kind of trying to get a feel for where you're at. But focus on form first. Make sure you're warming up. Y'all already know I talk about warm up, workout, then cool down. Hydrate every 30 minutes. You want to make sure you're getting something in your body, electrolytes, and start slow. You only got to pick I'll say pick 4 exercises and try to make sure it's staying in the same group, meaning like upper body, core, or it's leg day. Like pick a category and stay there. If you're working arms or upper body, find 4 exercises that hit upper body and try to do different muscle groups. So my strength training for beginners, make sure you're getting rest and recovery. Make sure you're stretching because your body will be sore if you're just starting. And just listen to your body. That's the most important thing. Listen to your body. There's a difference between pain and discomfort. Discomfort may just be your body's a little sore. Pain, you probably need to sit down somewhere. So just listen to your body. But for my beginners, that's what I got for you when it comes to strength training. Leg day is the best day. It's a good calorie day. So I normally tell people you want to carb up before leg day because you're going to need all that energy. I feel like no matter what you're doing, if you're lifting light, lifting heavy, it's all the same. It's going to hurt either way when it comes to leg day. So leg day is I think that's where I burn the most calories. because you got to think you're recruiting a lot of muscle groups in order to do certain compound movements. So that would definitely get your blood flow increasing, heart rate elevated. Hi, nice YouTube. What's going on? So I just moved up 3.5, and I'm getting closer to the 20-minute mark. I got about 2 more minutes before we're gonna ramp it all the way up to 3.8. 3.8, I really normally have to move, but it's an urgency. Nice YouTube. We're talking about a mix of everything. We started off talking about the NFL draft. Then we started talking about juicing on Sunday. We talked about ordering from food companies. And then we started talking about strength training for beginners, because that's the number one thing I get asked, different questions for those who are new to the gym. We just talk about health and fitness and randomness. Sometimes the chat just takes things a whole different direction. Okay, I'm getting closer, y'all. That 20-minute mark, I'm going to ramp things up. 3.8. Well, thank you, nice YouTube. Thanks for the sub. I appreciate it. And the thumbs up. I like it. Okay, Hassan and Papa, y'all doing good as moderators. Look at you. I hired the right people. So I'm at 19 and a half. I got 30 seconds, y'all. I'm trying to get to this 3.8, because I know the minute I start talking, I'm going to forget. And then I'm going to be like yesterday, upset that I didn't rev it up. Do you like fitness? Yes, I love fitness, actually. It's something that I enjoy doing. I feel like you got to stay moving. You know, body in motion stays in motion. So I feel like if I keep working out, even if it's low impact, like walking, then my body will continue to try to look its best, right? So yes, I really love fitness. Nice YouTube. The patterns on your pants are absolutely fantastic. Gives you a viral look. Yeah, it's like the snake skin look. I got the matching top with it. So yeah, it's like snake skin. Okay, see, I almost got distracted. So I moved up to 3.8. That's the speed we're gonna try to roll with for the remaining of the time. What is your favorite energy drink? So I actually don't do energy drinks. Yeah, I don't do them. I feel like I haven't really heard too many good things about energy drinks. And every time I feel like I look in the news, you're hearing something happen to somebody because they were drinking energy drinks. I was never really big into pre-workout in general, so that's never been something I really did. Do you have a favorite energy drink? And I don't do caffeine. So why do you wear the shirt on top? It's okay if you don't share it with us. Oh no. I've just never been one that always wants to show my body. That's it. I mean, just being honest. If y'all notice, even when I do just have the top on, the last 2 times that happened, I had the waist trainer on. I don't know. I just felt like there was no need to come on like that. I'm just walking. If I was doing something a little more like resistance training to where, I'll probably sweat a lot more, maybe I wouldn't wear the shirt. But yeah, I don't mind sharing things But thanks for asking, Hassan. I appreciate the question. Gatorade Glacier Freeze. But it's not a regular Gatorade drink, or is that is that an energy drink that I don't know about? I don't think I've heard of that as an energy drink. Nice, YouTube. It's an energy drink. Okay. I'll have to Google it. Because I do know that is my favorite Gatorade. Because isn't that like a light blue color? Thank you, Charity. Thank you, Papa. You know, when I first started getting on here, I used to come on here with just leggings and like a hoodie. But then I felt like y'all like it better when I, put a little effort in my appearance. So I thought I'd just, do a little something. Give a little bit of effort. Okay. So nice YouTube. I'm definitely gonna have to look it up. Maybe I might need to try it one day if I'm having that bad day where I'm not motivated to work out. I need that extra push. Maybe I'll try it. So nothing. So my next topic, let me go ahead and jump onto the next fitness topic, is how to read food labels. Food labels. I don't want you all to become, those people who are always in the grocery store, everything you pick up, you're looking at the back of it. But I do want you to know that what to do and what are you looking for if you do look at the back of the label and how I check food labels. So the first thing I do when I'm looking at a food label is I look at the serving size. I think one of the biggest mistakes people make when they're grabbing something that's individual, like I'm just gonna take something like a honey bun. It's easy, right? If you grab a honey bun, the serving size on a honey bun is actually 2. But when you look at it in your mind, you would think it's 1 because it's individually wrapped. It's just 1. The first thing that comes to your mind is 1 serving. This is 1, you know what I'm saying? But on the back, if you actually look at the label, it tells you the calorie breakdown for if you eat 1 serving versus 2. So that lets you know overall it's 2 servings. Or even with drinks. There are a lot of drinks I've had before. You go in the gas station, you pull out a drink. A lot of times you think it's going to be 1 serving. That's not always true. It might be 2 servings. So serving size, check calories, because that's, once again, it leads back to per serving. Then I check for added sugar. So they got total sugar and then added sugar. The total sugar is normally the natural sugar, like if it has fruits and stuff in it. And then the added sugar will be the sugar you don't want, the refined sugar. Nice, YouTube. What's your favorite sport? Track and field. I ran college. D1 track and field. Faith. Hey. How are you doing? What's your favorite sport? Nice, YouTube. So yeah, when it comes to fruit label, there's all sorts of things you can look at. But my top 3 will be serving size, calories, sugar. And then we want to get into the weeds. I would say if you look at the macros. But when it comes to how much sugar you want in a day normally, I want to say for women, it's like 55 grams. I could be shooting too high. I'm going to have to look it up. Y'all. But when it comes to sodium, you want to be less than 140. I do know that. And one thing I've noticed when it comes to ingredients, less is better. Anytime I go to the bakery, I always got to pass the bakery when I'm walking through Kroger or Publix or any grocery store. The bakery, they place it so well. Anytime I'm walking past the bakery, I see something I like, but I look at the ingredients. The list about this long. It's as long as a CVS receipt. And I don't know what half the ingredients are. So just know the less ingredients, the better. It's closer to being as natural as possible. What you eating that sweet over there, son? Faith, do you have recovery days, LJ, or recovery is only for gym workouts? No, the weekend, Faith. So that's why everybody's saying I'm so happy today because tomorrow is my rest day. I don't do anything on Saturdays that's workout related, like intentionally working out. I may get out and do something active, but I'm not intentionally putting on workout clothes and setting my schedule to work out. But Saturdays are good for getting outdoors, hiking and all that. But yeah, tomorrow is my recovery day. Sunday is also a rest day. I'm still getting on here to juice. But as far as working out, Saturday and Sundays are my rest days as of right now. And that's only because I'm walking Monday through Friday. Wednesday of next week will be my last day of just walking every day. And then May, I'm going to let y'all know what my new goals are and what my schedule is going to look like with walking and other things. So be on the lookout. You're right, Hassan, you gained the calories that she's losing, right? Oh, I didn't even see it, Hassan. I think my eyes at this point have gotten to the point to where I just ignore half these comments that aren't in the direction that I want them to be. Oh yeah, good job, Pow Pow. Yeah, Hassan, you have the power to do that. That's why I made you a moderator. If you see something that you don't like, I'm cool with it. I trust y'all. Delete, lickety block. So let's do a check, see where I'm at. So I'm coming up on 30 minutes. I'm at 1.64 miles. So I'm moving. I'm definitely ahead of my first mile. Y'all, if y'all can only hear, my feet keep hitting this back wall because my stride is so long. Like if I really want to walk fast, I could do like this. But I don't really feel like it's going that fast, so my stride is getting long. And my heels keep tearing this wall up behind me. The calorie exchange. What would be considered an Indian snack? Okay, Faith said. So Hassan, I'm asking you what's an Indian snack, and then I'm going to Faith. I see you do cardio. Would you recommend cardio for someone looking to gain weight? Better question. Would you recommend for someone? What would you recommend for someone trying to gain weight? So if you're trying to gain weight, I still always recommend cardio. But the intensity would need to be low impact, and I wouldn't recommend you do more than 30 minutes of it. I would say just a little bit of cardio. And I believe normally you want to do the cardio if you're trying to gain, it'll be before you work out. I might be wrong on that. Because ideally you don't want to fatigue yourself out. But if you're not doing a lot of cardio, it wouldn't matter as much. But if you're trying to gain weight, what I recommend is you focus on nutrition. But you want to make sure you're doing a clean bulk, as they call it. Clean bulk is where you're still eating healthy. A lot of times people think when they're trying to gain weight, that just means eat everything in sight. They can eat McDonald's. They feel like they can just go anywhere, which you can. You're going to gain weight for sure. You're just not going to look the way you want to. I don't know if y'all ever seen people who look like you can tell they're built, but like it's got a lot of fat on top. That's the best way I can explain it. That's what you don't want to look like. So you want to make sure that if you're trying to gain weight, that you're doing it in a clean way. So same thing, a person who, what they would eat if they're trying to lose weight, you're just eating more calories of it. Because that's the numbers game. We want to work on our calories. So instead of being a calorie deficient, like those trying to lose weight, we want to be in a surplus. So eating same foods, just different amounts. But I definitely recommend more of the resistance training. The cardio would be just the balance. But yeah, I wouldn't do no more than like 20, 30 minutes of it. And it would be very low pace. I wouldn't try to do no high intensity like jogging. Just walk. I do know bodybuilders who do cardio, but it's very low intensity. Oh yeah, y'all don't feel bad. I don't feel bad when I do it. I just put them in timeout. Maybe they'll come instead of just blocking them. I just put them in timeout that way, and I put them out timeout for 24 hours. Maybe they'll come back the next time with a better attitude. Oh, you don't have to tell me though. If I ever see a deleted comment, Hassan, I'm just gonna trust either that user deleted it or one of y'all deleted it, and it was something I didn't need to see anyway. So I'm okay. I trust y'all on duty. Y'all are funny. Um, so my next fitness topic I have for y'all. Oh, grapes. See, we didn't even name grapes for my juicing. But my next topic was foods you have to keep in your kitchen. Like these are items that no matter what is going on in life, you need to have these in your kitchen at all times. That way you always have something to eat. So of course the first go-to will be canned goods, right? Duh. We all know that. Keep you a good few cans of soup, things like that, some veggies. But we want to make sure we have, so I'm gonna break it down by our macro, so protein, fat, carbs. Oh, okay, I get you saying, Hassan. Yeah. The grapes may not come out the way I want them to. Okay, LJ, cool. I'm more skinny than you. Wow, you're smaller than me. We're hoping to build more muscle and gain weight. I'm 27, look like a 17-year-old. Yeah, I'm 120 pounds. I waver between 118 and 122. But last time I checked, I think I was about right at 120. So I understand. But yeah, food you gotta keep in your kitchen. So we're gonna start with protein. You gotta have eggs. Even though in this economy, they're trying to break us down. You gotta keep eggs just because eggs give that protein. They're easy to make and they're fast to make. Greek yogurt is always a quick go-to grab. It has protein. It's something you can grab and eat in the morning or just because. You can add granola, fruits, honey, tuna and salmon. So I do buy the frozen ones, even though I know it may be better to get it fresh from, the deli. But I put mine in the freezer. Whenever I have one of those days where I don't know what to eat, I got some salmon, or you got that tuna. Tuna could be a good snack as well. They got the snack packs. Charity, I am 5'1". No, pal, not tuna with honey. Those are two separate things. um, for my carbs, oats, rice. You got to keep rice. When I say me having rice in my home has been A savior. But you gotta watch your portion control with rice. It's easy to eat a lot of it, but I love doing rice. My go-to is then fish with it, and then a vegetable, and then sweet potatoes. But rice is something you can definitely keep in your house long term. Sweet potatoes are good. And then for our fats, we want to keep, well, you can't really, I know avocados go bad, but as often as you can, have an avocado around, some nuts, and oil. You remember I told you the olive oil is good to have. I hate eggs, but I still eat them. I make a scrambled egg, then put a slice of cheese in it, 5 minutes, and then let it melt. Oh, so I've been eating my eggs with spinach. So for breakfast, I'll cook down the spinach first, because you know spinach, when you first put it in there, it's like this big, and as it cooks down, it's like 2 pieces. So I'll cook the spinach down first, throw my eggs then on top, and then mix it all together. Delicious. But make sure you're having your olive oil. I cook most of my stuff with olive oil to include my eggs. And then for fruits and veggies, berries, you can never go wrong with the type of berry. Bananas, leafy greens, broccoli, peppers. Like with some peppers, you can come up with a whole fancy meal, or at least it'll look fancy. Yeah, if I ever miss something you say, please just retype it, because I'm not purposely trying to overlook anybody. But sometimes when the chat gets going, I miss certain ones. So if I mistakenly miss you, just let me know. What do you think about taking egg raw? Is it a myth? Helps you gain weight? Well, it's the yolk. Um, it's the main thing is the yolk that has a lot of the fat in it. So that's why like people do egg whites who are trying to like lose weight or stay lean. They'll do egg whites. So it's the yolk. So I mean, I wouldn't say it's a myth, but it's just that's the fatty part of the egg. So I'm not sure how I have to look up how much of a difference scrambling the egg versus eating it raw. What's the difference there? Like if you're losing anything by cooking the yolk. But yeah, it's just pretty much the fat from the yolk. Well, I think every child, when they hit at least 12, they're taller than me. I cook my eggs with broccoli, peppers, tomatoes, mushrooms. So you just have a whole omelet. Okay. We're making our eggs fancy. Well, really, it's the only way that I can get my leafy greens in, by mixing it with something else. I think kale to me has the worst taste out of all like green veggies I can think of right now that I eat. Like I love asparagus, I love zucchini, cucumbers, and it's just green veggies in general, not just leafy. Um, I love broccoli, but then you get to like just kale, the taste of it, mm-mm. And it's kind of the same way with spinach. Spinach has a slightly better taste. When you're cooking it though, it does have a slight smell to it. But I can tolerate spinach a lot better than kale. So normally when it comes to like my leafy greens, like the kale and spinach, yeah, I have to mix those up with something in order to really eat it. No, I have not, Faith. Like LJ's outfit. Ha ha ha. Yep, the best wine, the small barrels. I take it. Big things come in little packages. Let me see where I'm at. Let me check. Let me check. I'm glistening, y'all. I'm glistening. The forehead, the neck. I'm glistening. That means I'm putting in this work over here. Charity, I love kale, collards. I like them better than. Yeah, I agree with that. Actually, oh, I forgot to mention those. Yeah, I do love some good greens, some collard greens. So I'm just checking to see where I'm at. So I'm passing 42 minutes as far as time. Distance, we're coming up on 2.5 pretty soon. This 2.5 seems like it's taking a little longer today. Hey, M. My girl said to me, eat spinach and you will become like Popeye, strong as him. And I thought, but he's so ugly. Yeah, I forgot Popeye used to eat spinach. And I've been eating spinach a lot this week. I'm proud of myself. Normally, spinach used to be that vegetable that you buy because you're trying to be on your healthy kick. So you put it in the refrigerator, feeling proud of yourself, and then by the end of the week, you throwing it out because it went bad. That's what spinach used to be for me. I used to waste salad, spinach, all of that, thinking I was gonna eat it and didn't. So I was proud of myself earlier in this week when I had to go buy some more because I finished my last one. So real men don't take protein shakes. We take whiskey. Ooh. Hey M, how are you doing? I know we haven't seen AD on here in like 2 days. He did say he drives trucks, so we're gonna assume that maybe he's on the road. So safe travels to AD. Thank you, M. Papa, you just like it all. So I do got another fitness topic for y'all. We got fitness over 30. I'm gonna break it up. So we're gonna hit 30, 40, and 50. Okay. So, and what starts to happen when you hit those ages? But overall, I think the first thing I can say across the board, no matter if you're in your 30s, 40s, or 50s, as your age change, your workout has to change. I know we all want to still feel young, especially if you were an athlete in college. We still want to feel that way. But you got to listen to your body and know that as you age, things are going to change. B-boy for life. So once you hit your 30s, I think the first thing people have always said is that your metabolism starts to shift. And I will say that maybe once I hit over 35, I felt more the metabolism shift where I have to put in a little more work than what I used to. But I guess for the average person, depending on if you work out, if you're active or not, your metabolism will shift once you hit 30. And then your stress and cortisol levels. So those start to change. I think it's more so because you're out of college or, you're out of those like party years a little bit. And now it's time to like grow up and be an adult. So I think a little more stress starts to come into play about 30. That's when you start reflecting on your life and your career choices and wondering if what you've been doing is right or wrong. Am I heading in the right direction? Did I waste my 20s? Am I old now? Oh, Metro Boom. Okay. So yeah, fitness over 30 does start to look different. I would definitely say I also don't feel like I think everything for me hit more so at 35. 34, 35 years old is when I think metabolism and hormonal changes started to happen with the stress. So then they said when you get into your 40s, that's when you really have the hormonal shift. For my women, I think that's more so when a lot of us are becoming premenopausal. Yeah, you just have a lot of hormone shifts there. So that means if your hormones are shifting, That could mean you got to start working on make sure you're not losing any muscle. And injury prevention. I think 40 is when we're making sure we're warming up for sure. Making sure we're stretching a little more often, even when we're not really being active for the day. LJ's been exactly 1 hour. Has it? On my side, I say 50 minutes. Let's see where I'm at with time on my walking pad. So I'm at 48 minutes walking. Is it good to always work out to failure? No. So you don't want to work out always to failure. Once again, it's like anything else I say, it's always balance that's needed because you're going to fatigue your muscles out to the point that you can overtrain them and cause injury. So every now and then it's good to do muscle failure. I know in the military, there are plenty of days where they had us do a muscle failure. I'm not saying that's necessarily right, but it didn't cause no harm. We didn't do it all the time. But sometimes it is good to push yourself and see where your body can get to. But I wouldn't do it often. Do you eat before or after your walk/workout? It depends on what I plan on eating, Charity. And it depends on what my workout is and what is it that I want to eat. If it's something light that I want to eat, like normally like my breakfast food, which is spinach, the egg, and bacon, turkey bacon, I'll eat that before. And then after, I try to eat something a little more like my rice, my veggie, and my protein, like fish. This morning, I just had some oats. I just wasn't in the mood to really eat a lot. And I knew we'd be doing 5 miles today. I didn't want to eat too much. So I just had some oats, and then after I get off, I'm going to eat. But it's always good to get your protein in. I talked about that yesterday. After you work out, it doesn't have to be right away, but you want to get it in when you can. Hassan, it's your birthday. What, did I miss that somewhere? Did you say it was your birthday? But if it is, happy birthday, Hassan. Since when did these emojis exist? Oh, it's not your birthday. Okay, too funny. 30 plus, 40 plus, 50 plus. Have to do exercises that don't trigger too much blood pressure, right? That's why we say you got to start listening to your body. But working out helps with your blood pressure, right? So it does help regulate it. And that's why you also just have to watch what you're eating. I think watching what you're eating is more, is what's priority when it comes to watching your blood pressure. But so yeah, with 30, we talked about metabolism shift. 40, we got more of the hormones changing. 50, I thought that's when you gotta start focusing on like balance and like discipline. So you want to start doing like functional mobility movements, things that you do on the regular, but focusing on like core stability, balance, bone density support. Once you get to your 50s, the exercises you should be focusing on, or like I said, the functional movements. So you want to do squats, just like, that imitates getting up and down from like a couch or a chair. Farmer carries, where you can just walk with 2 weights, which, is the same as walking with groceries. So a lot of your exercises, once you hit 50 plus, want to be catered more so to your functional movement and low impact. The older you start to get, low impact. That's why I say, y'all, I'm 37. I can't do I can do the things I used to, but it's going to take a little more work and effort to accomplish it and not risk injuring myself. Okay, July 20th. Okay, I think you did say that. That's when we were talking about all the July birthdays the other day. Thank you, M. I appreciate it. These are also from your Be Your Body Goals collection. So y'all see, I had some cute fits I was selling. uh, but yeah, this comes from BYBG. That's what this says right here. It says hashtag BYBG. But yeah, y'all, I couldn't keep selling clothes. It just wasn't something I enjoyed. It was too much work. It's my fault. I was trying to do too much on my own and trying to run an online fitness business and a clothing line. And the clothing line isn't even something I wanted to do. I just had a lot of members asking me if I would start selling clothes. And I was like, sure, why not? So trying to find a good vendor for that, y'all, it was just too much. So I stopped. I do have hats. Y'all might see me wear a BYBG hat from time to time. Oh, so your dad just had a birthday. So happy birthday, Pops. Oh, okay, it's coming up. It's coming up. Sometimes the chat comes in a little delayed, y'all. So I might be a little behind what y'all are saying. LJ. So for the walking pad, I use it's a remote. So normally you just turn it on and then the remote has it where you can change through the time, distance, and calories. So you can have it count down if you want to. Normally I just start mine. That way it just go until I'm ready to get off. Well, I don't know who that is, Faith. Was that to me or to somebody else? Because I don't know who that is. So let's check in, see where I'm at. Okay, 54 and a half minutes. We had 3.21 miles. Woo, my hair is pooping up, y'all. Because it's starting to hit my back, which is sweaty. Oh, well, thank you for teaching me something new. I did not know that. I don't know much about him to be able to answer your first question about him being weird. Has the record for the most mile runs in a single day. What was the record? How many did he do? Thank you, M. Split in all, wrapped it up, got back racing. He military too. So I'm not a big military buff. Like I did my time, I got out. So yeah. I have respect for the military. I love what it did for me, but yeah, I don't be knowing much when it comes to like certain people who may have been military folks as well. Okay, that is a lie. Nah, I'm not competitive when it comes to something like that. He can have that. That's that long distance stuff. Hey Joshua, what's going on? But can you use it without all that tech tool? I'm not so. So no, it's funny because the other day before I was getting ready to get on here, I couldn't find it. And I was like, oh my gosh. It has like a little spot that you can put it in and it rests. That way it always has a place. But I got so nervous because I couldn't find it. Because when you turn the power button on, it just turns the lights on. But there's no way that I know of that you can start it without the remote. So just gotta make sure you keep up with your remote. So once I get done, I try to put everything back in its place. Cause yeah. Thank you, Joshua. I appreciate it. I have some characters in this chat. I'll just say that. So the one thing I didn't get to hit on the other day was HIIT, which is high intensity interval training, and then LIST, which is low intensity steady state. So of course, most people already know about high intensity. Hassan, I was wondering if you're gonna catch it. That don't bother me. I don't care. But with HIIT, it's short bursts and it's a lot of effort. So that's like sprinting, jumping, battle ropes, burpees, something that you'll do in a quick burst. And like I said, the duration is very short. Normally, if you're doing HIIT training, you want to do it for like 15 to 30 minutes. You don't want to go past that. You're going to burn a lot of calories, but you're going to burn a lot of those calories in less time. So that's the thing about doing HIIT, is a lot of times the endurance for it doesn't last very long, but it's a good way to burn calories. So for all those people who are like, I'm trying to lose weight, remember, calories equals fat loss. You got to burn the calories, got to get that deficiency, and that's how you lose the weight. So, but on the other side with LIST, low intensity steady state, that's more like your steady pace. So like me walking right now, this is LIST, right? It's low impact. I've been walking this pace for quite some time now. So it can be cycling at a slow pace, not changing the resistance, walking, jogging, just at a steady pace. It's pretty much where your heart rate will start to adapt and get to a steady state. The duration for this can be about 30 to 60 minutes or more. You can do it for longer periods. You will burn a good amount of calories from it. It just takes more time, right? If I was walking versus jogging, it's easier to recover from, and that's the reason why I've been able to work out Monday through Friday and I'm not overtraining my body, is because it's low impact, so it's faster recovery. So the best thing you want to do is mix both together. So you want to try to do HIIT and LIST, mix it up from time to time. Don't always do HIIT when it comes to cardio. Too many sus encounters today. Well, that's going to keep happening, you all, especially I'm praying the more I grow, it's going to be more people coming in here. So it's okay. You just got to know how to ignore and keep moving. Yeah, Faith. Steady state is what I'm doing. Yep. I've been doing it now for an hour. My heart rate is consistently about the same every day when I look at it. My heart rate pretty much stays consistent. It's not going up and down. Charity. Trolls tend to come to the straight on Fridays. It's Friday. People are feeling good. They feeling confident. It's easy to get behind a keyboard and talk. So I just allow people to do it. It doesn't bother me. I see the growth in myself, because the old me, I think, I used to like to argue a lot. I did get a degree in pre-law and system engineering. So I think I used to like to argue just a little bit. Debate, we'll call it a debate. Everybody want to get high on something on Friday. It's sad world we live in. But the moderators don't take it. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, some people, they just enjoy trying to see who they can work up. It doesn't bother me though. I've learned that if you're doing something right when you got haters trying to bring you down to their level, because a lot of times they see you glowing. They want to bring you out of that. So that's why it don't bother me. I'm like, well, thank you for helping me with my watch time. I appreciate it. Thank you for the comment. Thank you for the engagement. Charity, you handle it well. Your security is tight here, though. You're in good hands. Jerry, do I need to make you a moderator too? I think you might need to get moved on up. You want to get promoted? I don't put no pressure or obligation on nobody. Okay. Well, I pray every day. So I'm at 3.74 miles, y'all. I feel like I've been walking for so long today. You said Charity should be promoted. I got to make sure Charity wants to be promoted. I don't want to make her feel obligated. I mean, you don't have to do anything if you don't want to, but love your stream. Thank you, Em. Thank you for dropping by. I appreciate you showing some love. Join me Sunday if you want to, or I'll be here next week, same time. But thank you, Em. Y'all got jokes. Oh, well, because it is Friday, y'all, I do owe you a riddle. Oops, sorry, y'all. That may be loud. I picked up the mic by mistake. So I'm sorry if it makes a loud noise. Thank you, Faye. I'm okay with being a mod. I know how to deal with the trolls. Okay. I got you, Charity. 3 is my favorite number, so I think having 3 mods is good. Okay, so it's Friday. We've had a couple of talks. We talked about the NFL draft today, order from food companies, strength training for beginners, how to read food labels, food to keep in your kitchen, fitness over 30, 40, 50. We talked about cardio, HIIT versus list. So female cops are the best. Y'all so funny. I'm glad y'all take this role so seriously. And I appreciate y'all. And I trust you all. So I believe in giving people trust until they show you otherwise. I don't know. Maybe that's the fool in me for trusting people. But it's like if you haven't shown me anything bad, why am I already going to put that on you? So I trust y'all. It's Friday, so let's get into Fun Friday. Let me hit y'all with a couple of riddles for today. Let me see if I can find some good ones. I ain't like that joke. That one wasn't funny. Oh, that was a little complicated. Okay, I got one for y'all. Make sure I didn't miss too much in the chat. Okay, so here's the joke, y'all. Oh, here's the riddle. I start with an M, end with X, and have a never-ending amount of letters. What am I? So I start with M, I end with X, and I have an unlimited amount of letters. What am I? That's the riddle. Malcolm. It starts with an M and ends with an X. No, y'all are both wrong. So I'm gonna give about 20 more seconds and then I'm gonna tell y'all the answer. Malcolm X. You know the funny thing is I thought of that too before I got to the end of it. Mix. Nope. So I'm going to read it again and then give y'all the answer. So I start with M, end with X, and I have a never-ending amount of letters. What am I? The answer is a mailbox. What y'all think? Yeah, it was. I said it already. Mailbox. Yep. It starts with an M, it ends with an X, and it gets a whole bunch of unlimited letters. And that's a good one. Thank you, Charity. I thought so too. That was corny. Okay. Can't make everybody happy. Okay. Let me cover another one. That was corny. You didn't come up with the answer. Uh, okay. Okay, I got another one for y'all. This one might be a little harder. That was good though. Okay, so I got one more for y'all. I just lost it. Okay, here we go. I have hundreds of wheels, but move, I do not. Call me what I am. Call me a lot. What am I? I'm going to say it again. I have hundreds of wheels, but move, I do not. Call me what I am. Call me a lot. What am I? No, Art of War. Between two my answers. Papa, how you gonna try to ask a question? Answer my riddle. A graveyard? No. I'm gonna give 20 more seconds, and I'm gonna say it again, and then I'm gonna give the answer. Okay, here we go. I have hundreds of wheels, but I move, I do not. Call me what I am, call me a lot. What am I? The answer is, you got it. You probably looked it up. It's a parking lot. So, but are the wheels actually like with them? The people in the graveyard may have written wheels, but it doesn't mean that they're in the graveyard. IDGAF, you got it. Parking lot. Okay, who got a joke? I want to try to guess one. Who got a joke for me? So I'm coming up on 72 minutes of walking. I'm at 4.30. This last stretch is feeling like it's taking forever. I'm trying to finish strong, y'all. Woo! It's like it's one thing when the 5 miles just sneak up on me. It's another thing when you're trying to hit 5 miles. It's a little tiring. I say L, y'all say J. You're so funny, Papa. I bet when you go to like sporting events, you are the entertainment. But I need a good joke from y'all. A good riddle. Something good on this Friday. Okay, go ahead. What's the riddle? What has to be broken before you use it? What has to be broken before you use it? I really want to get this. Ingo, hey. I don't know. Anybody else got the answer? I don't know. So you got to tell me what the answer is. An egg. Okay. I was trying to think of different things that have to be broken. And I'm just like, is that necessarily breaking it? So a riddle is a question or a statement, pow pow, that's phrased to where, I'm trying to say it simply. It's a question or statement intentionally phrased in order to try. I really feel like they're made to like trip you up, but it's the answer to have an answer or meaning that, and it is presented as a game. They call it a riddle because it's phrases that are broken down in a game format. So try to trick each other up with them. Okay, Faith, you got a riddle? Let's hear it. 4.5 miles, y'all. I'm getting there. I'm telling y'all, it's getting tough. I also ready to turn this thing off. The more you take, the more you leave behind. What am I? Saying time. I gave my two picks. Steps. So the more steps you take. Footsteps, yeah. Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. The reason why I said time because I was thinking the more time we take going forward, we leave so much time behind. More and more time is getting behind us. Okay, that was a good riddle. I like that one. Y'all, thank you for pushing me through. I'm at 76 minutes. I'm at 4.61. Y'all don't understand. It's like when you gotta force yourself to get there, it's a little different. A lot of times I get so caught up in the chat, I don't even pay attention to how far I walk. Today, because my minimum goal is 5 miles, I'm paying attention. Anybody else got a good riddle? I didn't see any more good ones on what I was looking at. Let's see what this one is. Okay, I got this one for y'all. What has 13 hearts but no other organs? What has 13 hearts but no other organs? So by the end of this walk, y'all, I should accomplish the minimum of 10,000 steps. So roughly for every 1 mile is about 2,000, give or take. A piano? No. "13 hearts, no other organs." Yeah. So it has 13 hearts and no other organs. It's gonna be, the answer is one of those where it's like, I can see that being the answer, but mathematically, you can't. Yeah, you were close to it. It says a deck of cards. So a deck of cards was the answer. What has 13 hearts and no other organs? A deck of cards. Should have wore my sweatband today, y'all. Okay. Hit us with the riddle. I'm just trying to push through, finish strong. 5 miles is the goal. I'm coming up on 80 minutes. We're at 4.80. What has an eye but cannot see? I feel like I've heard this one before, and when you say the answer, I'm like, oh, I knew that one. What has an eye but cannot see? Okay, I give up. What's the answer? I'm glad you keep guessing, Pow Pow. I feel it's gonna be like some type of fruit or veggie. That I just can't think about right now. Okay. I get it. The answer was a needle. I get how that's so. Now that's corny. Talk about my joke. Boo! Throw tomatoes. So I'm at 4.92, you all. I got this final push. I'm almost there. I'm at 560 calories burned. On here, my watch says 324. My watch is probably more accurate than the walking pad because it's going based off my heart rate. The walking pad just going based off of the movement. I was smoking cigarettes. Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, yeah, I get it. Still corny, but it was a good one. That was a good riddle. Thank you for participating and giving us the riddles. I appreciate it. That kept me engaged and moving. I'm almost at my goal for today. So once I hit my goal, I'm going to start cooling down. So let's see where I'm at with my distance. 4.99. Now I got to wait for it to go around again just so I can see that I actually hit 5 miles. Whew. The hair is officially poofed. That means my back was sweating. Okay, I'm slowing it down to 2.5, y'all. I made my goal of 5 miles. I don't know why it felt so long today. I'm officially at 5.03. So now I'm just going to walk it out for like a minute or two, get my heart rate back down. So I feel like if anytime I've been walking at 3.8 miles per hour and I just hop off, I feel like my lower body's still moving at that pace. So I kind of try to let everything get back stabilized, slow down. So my next time being back will be Sunday. I'll be at the farmer's market, and then I'll juice with you all. I won't be on there long for juicing. For the most part, I'll try to have everything already cut and cleaned beforehand. That way y'all can just see what I'm juicing and what it came out as far as the taste. So coming up with something purple. So I'm excited to see this beautiful purple color. What was the name we said we were going to call it? I think you already gave me a name for the purple juice. And then next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday are my last 3 days of doing nothing but walking. And then I already told you, I probably share my goals for May with y'all on Wednesday, at last day of April. I'll share with you all what my goals are for May, what my routine will be like on YouTube. That way you can continue to follow my journey. I'm trying to hit these milestones. I don't even know how people smoke cigarettes. I tried doing and I know this is off topic, but I tried because I'm in the military. I was in the military, and so many of the soldiers used to do dip. Y'all, no, I tried. I failed. Yeah, disgusting. So I don't know how people dip, smoke cigarettes, none of that. But thank you all for walking with me today. I needed y'all today because I don't know if I would have made that 5 miles without you. So thank you so much. Come back with me Sunday at 11. Yeah, they are bad for your health and your lungs. So I'm at 5:13. I made it past my goal. I'm feeling better. My heart rate is definitely dropping. So it's coming back down to where it needs to be. So I appreciate y'all. Have a good one, you all. Have a safe weekend. No drinking and driving. Be safe. Have fun. And be back Sunday. Okay? 11. All right, y'all.